All right, I'm gonna make a little weird one here, but stop talking to yourself. I remember there was a little quote from Bruce Lee where he said something about how words cast spells and that you should be careful with the words that you say in front of yourself, because the same way that our body does not know what time it is. I don't know if you heard of that, but um, if you, for instance, are in your room, okay, and the lights are off, even if it's not nighttime, your body's going to feel more relaxed. It's going to feel more closer to that dream state as opposed to you being more energetic, right? If it is 1 o'clock in the morning in your bedroom and you have all the lights on and you're watching TikTok right in front of your face, right in front of your eyes, your body is going to act as if it is daytime, which is why many people who can't put their phone down have a hard time sleeping. If you always say, "Oh, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that?" Whenever you do that, then even when you try to tell yourself you're smart out loud in conversation, your facial expression is going to abandon you. It's going to give yourself away. You know, whenever you know something is not true, and no matter how many times you try to say it convincingly, you just can't. That's what's going to happen when you try to speak positively about yourself one day, but the majority of the time you're always speaking negatively. I used to be a guy that for some reason, man, I just loved talking to myself, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I would go in front of the mirror, you know, and almost practice conversations with people, to be honest. Yeah, I would. You know, because the majority of my life I was very socially awkward, so I didn't even know that that was that much of bad of a thing. Now, you know, part of me knew it was kind of weird, but I've always been kind of a reckless guy throughout my life. And in a way, it kind of benefited me because I was able to see now what I and others and everyone should avoid doing. But you have to be careful with what you say in front of yourself, because again, unfortunately, we live off of what we feel, you know, and it's very difficult unless you have a very strong, you know, meditation practice. In this day and age that we live in, man, you know, we have to make we have to make our lives the way we want to. And talking negatively about yourself, saying that you're stupid just because you stubbed your toe, is not going to get you anywhere, bro. It's not. And I'm going to even go as far as to say that, like, talking to yourself, even in like, I was not affirmations, that's not what I'm talking about, but like pretending that you're talking to someone, you know, like I used to do when I was younger. I would not do that, because probably when you get into a conversation with somebody, it's going to feel weird because your body is so used to talking to the mirror instead. And there's going to be sort of like a signal where, yeah, you're hearing the words coming out of the person's mouth and you are engaging, but it just, something seems off. You see, this is what we're trying to tell you guys, is that you have to be very disciplined with what you allow to come in and out, you know? Just like the way a person who wants to eat healthy understands that the more healthier they eat and the less processed foods that they eat, the more energy they're going to have and the better they're going to feel. And the more different life is going to be. Well, that's the same way that you have to approach your mind. And, even deeper, your soul, which I believe is 100% connected. So stop talking to yourself, understand that, and this also goes in conversation too, must I add, because again, this is really in general about what you speak out loud in front of yourself. And if in conversation, a good example, one of the things I would do a lot was lie, was put on a front. I would have the habit of, if there was an insecurity of mine, if I could just lie about it and the person would never find out, and it would help me avoid them finding out that insecurity about me, then I would lie. But you see, when you lie later on in your life, when you want to trust yourself, you're not going to, no matter how hard you try. How do I know? Because I've been there. Because I used to be a compulsive liar, even for small things, just because I was trying to maintain an image. And whenever I would try to tell myself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I would not do it because I would not trust myself, no matter how much I wanted it, because I knew myself as a guy who, just because he was afraid of other people, he would not reveal his true self. And therefore, I saw it as I wasn't good enough. And so whenever I would try to look at myself in the mirror and say, come on, Dallas, you got this, I did not got that. I did not have it. I didn't believe it. Matter of fact, it was almost like I was looking at myself like if I was my own bully. And I'm like, yeah, right. Get a grip, man. Go back to the shed. It is dangerous when you lie. That is why God says that. You think that it's just because he wants to keep a policy. He made it to where when you lie, you don't trust yourself. You don't love yourself, because when you have to lie, you are trying to hide a part of yourself. And when you're trying to hide a part of yourself, you are ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Because trust me, even if the thing that you're trying to lie about is fucking embarrassing, or even if it's horrible, reputation destroying, you're gonna feel a whole lot fucking good after, bro.